watching HPTV, Hope and Peace Broadcast Network, a faith-based entertainment for the entire family, touching the world with hope and peace. We're loving, we're loving, we're laughing, we're laughing, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're laughing, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're laughing, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're laughing, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're laughing, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're laughing, we're living, worship and forgiving. It's about time we finally have a space where we can shine through our faith and encourage others to fill up their lives with hope and peace. We're sharing what we know on this network where you can learn, laugh, and grow. We're loving, we're here, we're loving, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're loving, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're loving, we're living, worship and forgiving. We're loving, we're here, we're loving, we're living, worship and forgiving. HPTV, where we have comedy, wellness, life skills, talk shows, ministry, and more. Come watch and be filled with hope and peace. Be refreshed, be refueled, be recharged. Welcome to Hope We're Living, worship and forgiving. We're loving.
Esperanza y Paz TV o Hope and Peace Broadcast TV en inglés. Es un canal de entretenimiento basado en la fe para toda la familia, transmitido en Roku y próximamente en Amazon Fire TV y Apple Plus TV. Abarcamos una gran variedad de temas como cocina, fitness, drama, programación infantil, ministerio, compras y mucho más. Ofrecemos oportunidades de un bajo costo a talentosos creadores de contenido en español y bilingüe. Traiga su programa a Hope and Peace Broadcast TV. Prosperamos en la esperanza, la paz, la diversión y la vida. Están todos bienvenidos a contactarnos al 1-800-259-0277 Hope and Peace Broadcast TV. Impulsado por Tan Tate Innovative Solutions Inc.
Are you a daily social media user simply posting your latest food video, your latest dance trend, or even doing a video podcast, or simply taking photos? We want to know, are you using social media safely?
Welcome to The Hope Show, hosted by your very own Hope Squad. We're here to bring you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, entertainment, and more. We cover real-life issues with real solutions. Our mission is hope. Helping others to prevail every day. The Hope Squad is here to lift you up, take you higher, give you hope, and inspire you to believe. Please believe you will find your way. Helping others prevail every day. Lift you up, take you higher, give you hope, and inspire you to believe. Please believe you will find your way. Helping others prevail every day. Give you hope. We're here to give you hope, give you hope, give you hope. Welcome to Hopeville.
Welcome to Hopeville. So today, you guys, I'm DJ the Millie, coming to you guys live out of somewhere in Tennessee. I'm not exactly sure. This road is really rough right now. But anyway, hey, you guys, guess what? We're going to have a time today. Today is a good day. Today is a day that we will show hope in many different ways today. So I want to welcome you guys to Hopeville. As they would always say, of course, the Barney song, I love you love me. We are Hopeville family. So let's go ahead and introduce our next host to the show, Aisha Charmaine. No last name.
I'm sorry, you just took me out with the Bonnie thing. But anyway, hey, Help family. How is everybody doing today? As he mentioned, I am Aisha Charmaine, aka She, no last name, however you want to call it. I am her. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. As always, we have a hope-filled show for y'all, so stay tuned in Hopeville for what's to come. Before we get into it, DJ did not say this, but we need y'all to drop them likes. Go ahead and give us the likes. Go ahead and give us the likes. If you're mad about Hope, drop the mad faces. Y'all know how it go. Also, comment in the comments where you are watching from. Go ahead and share. If your broadcast says subscribe, follow, whatever your broadcast says, your platform says do, that's what y'all go ahead and do. And most importantly, you gotta tag somebody because everybody needs some hope. And who you supposed to tag? Mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, auntie, everywhere, anywhere, because we all need some hope and we're here to bring it to y'all. With that being said, I am going to bring in our next co-host. It's the lady with the forecast, the weather alerts, how to get over stormy seasons, the sunshine lady. Hey, Renee, where you at?
Hey, I'm in Monroe, Louisiana. Y'all bringing y'all the forecast. Hope is something that we all need to have. We need to have hope. Sometimes we ourselves can be the damage to. We can bring damage to ourselves. There's always hope. And just trust and believe that things will get better. Don't just stay in a slump, in a backed up position. Push yourself. Push until something happens. Okay. And also pray.
She came in with the hope right away, so y'all know it's gonna be a good show. DJ, let's go. I think he froze, y'all. So with that being said, we're gonna bring in the hope coach.
What's up? You just stepped into the neighborhood with the Hope Show. Welcome to the neighborhood where we help others prevail each and every single day. Every day, baby. Pull up a chair and let me talk to you. Know you be going through some things that got you feeling like ceiling. This is your place of transformation and revealing. It's just in your ground. I got a feeling. Your life is about to be transformed by the transformational coach. And check it out, you just been on. So grab your pen up in your pad and take your notes to the assignment given by the Hope Coach. It's about to go down. Your life about to shift with these words of wisdom and inspiration, taking you up on the elevation. Just like an elevator, tell your problems bye bye bye. See you later. Cause it's about to be transformation in the Hope Coach Show. It's about to be transformation in the Hope Show. So welcome to the neighborhood, baby. We got the Hope Coach in the building, helping you to transform your lives, help you to deal with conflict and resolution. Matter of fact, before we get started, let's adjust your crowd. Cause you a king, you a queen. Oh, coach, you ready? Welcome to the neighborhood. Let's go.
Woohoo! Boy, I'm telling you, y'all, I wish that y'all could come behind the scenes in the green room so y'all can see what's going on backstage. Because the Sunshine Lady, I've been watching her from the beginning to now. Y'all, she is bringing the hope today. So I am Tan Tate. I am the Hope Coach, your Master Certified Coach, where hope is also an acronym for helping others prevail every day. Welcome to Hopeville. Welcome to this week's episode of the Hope Show. If you're watching us by way of Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Roku in delay, we want to say welcome to this week's episode of the Hope Show. The Hope Show is your weekly life skills show, your number one digital source of hope, where we are a faith-based show. We talk about real life issues with real life solutions with a twist of hope, rooted in the Word of God, Hebrews 11:1, where it talks about what now faith is. And a lot of times we get that now faith part each, but sometimes we forget, what am I hoping for? What am I hoping for to fuel my now faith? And we always like to ask you, what are you hoping for? What is your greatest hope? Somebody right now thinking 2022 has already been lost. We're here to tell you that the most games are won in the fourth quarter. We're here to tell you sometimes games are won in overtime. So if you woke up this morning, if you still breathing, no matter what the state can look like, in other words, no matter what your challenges can look like, if you still here, hope is about new opportunities. It's about newness. So you have the opportunity to still do what you need to do. I saw not I saw y'all, but I made a post earlier this week about this or that. And if I could remember, it was like, are you this, making plans, or are you that, taking action? Are you this, waiting on an opportunity, or are you that, creating opportunities? Are you this, focused on one thing, or are you that, multitasking? So sometimes we got to ask ourselves, Sunshine Lady, I see the millions back in the house. Are you this or are you that? And I'm team that because I know I'm all of that. So we're going to ask you to interact with us today. This is Hopeville. Whatever you got to say, leave it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Interact with us. Right now, I want to know, are you this or that? Sunshine Lady, this or that?
I'm that.
I
and
know
a
that's
whole
right.
lot more.
Oh, there you go. The Millie. I'm going to come back to you, Millie. Hold on.
Y'all know how that song go, a little this and a little that, a little this and that. I think I'm going to go with that today.
Okay,
you can get with this or you can get with that.
Yeah.
Help him out. Help him out. And if you get with this, you might miss. If you get with this, you might miss. But if you get with that, that's where it's at.
That's exactly.
That's it,
so
right
if you
there.
get with this, you might miss. If you get with that, that's where it's at. Come on, she. What are you?
I ain't even gotta say no more. I'm with the whole squad. We with that.
We with that, right? We up in that. We are repping that this week. I know the Millie kind of got taken out, but normally he do some things at the beginning of the show. So we gonna give him the mic and let him do what he do about where you're watching from. Give us the hearts, give us the likes, give us that. We don't want this because you might miss if you with this. But if you with that, that's where it's at.
All right, Hope fam. So I am having a little technical difficulties right now, but guess what? It still don't matter whether difficulty today or tomorrow. Give me the likes, give me the hearts, give me the stars. If you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform that you're on, HPTV, whatever platform that you're on, give it to us. Even if it's away from your living room, we still see you. We love you guys. So give it to us. Give it to us.
All right. I saw we had Houston, Texas in the house. I saw we had Lamarck, Texas in the house. I saw we had Galveston County in the house. I saw we have Baytown, Texas in the house. I know we got East Texas in the house. I'm sticking with Texas because y'all know how Louisiana folks be. But it seemed like they quiet. It seemed like they may be this week. And they may miss.
Monroe is in the house.
You was quick to read that comment.
Yeah, she was quick to come back with that one.
Monroe is in the house.
We see
all
you,
right,
Monroe. They popping up now.
I know that's right. I see him. I see we got, let me acknowledge, because I think we got some first-time watchers in the house. We got Jay Bass in the house. He says, yes, East Texas, born and raised. I see we got Barbara, Beyonce, Aisha, Renee. Y'all help me out, because I may be missing some people. I see we got my girl Jackie O was in the house. And you guys, Jackie O and I, we're going to be collaborating on a challenge that you'll be hearing more information about really soon. It's a give back challenge. I talked about it last week, how I'm messing with Aisha, because she be all on TikTok, y'all, doing all them challenges. The watermelon with the mustard, you name it challenge, whatever it is. She on it. If you go follow her on TikTok, make sure you guys follow her. You're going to see them challenges, but this challenge is more than a challenge. It's going to be an experience. So, Renee, who repping Monroe in the house?
We got Princess Whitley is in the house. And And Sarah Jackson. Princess
Okay.
Williams says she's
Okay.
back with a whole lot more.
Oh, okay then. Okay. We had 2 people from Monroe. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
Okay.
Hey, Francesca Brown is in the house from Texas. We
Isn't
got
that
Cherish.
funny, DJ?
Cherish is in the house. She representing Indiana.
Is it that
We
funny?
got Jackie Kyle.
That's
Oh
a
my God.
Midwesterner.
Jackie Kyle is in the house. Hey, family. She representing Tennessee. And I got this beautiful pen. Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw my pen. If y'all could see my pen, came from Tennessee. You may be close to Jackie, but anyway, my beautiful pen. Oh, Lord Jesus, we got the one and only, y'all. My one and only, my forever. We got William Gerald Tate in the house.
That's your daddy.
Hey, Papa.
That's my honey. I didn't say that. Tanya Jones is in the house. Hey, sissy. Let me see.
K Moore. Did you see K Moore?
I didn't see K Moore. Hey,
Yeah, K Moore is in the house.
Kay Moore's in the house. And if you
Don't
guys
forget
missed
Kay
Kay Moore
Moore.
last week, please go back and check her out. I'm just so elated and excited for who we see. I know this note is probably gonna say, okay, all right. So we'll be back after.
They got Miss
these
Nita's in the
messages.
building as well.
Hey, Nita Thomas.
Hey,
That's
Nita.
my girl. We love you, Nita Thomas. Wild Bling in the house. We'll be back after these messages.
Hey guys, it's the Hope Coach here. Look at the screen. On the screen, you see an amazing read. It's the latest book in my Hope library. It's called Pick Up Your Crown. It's a devotional for those working towards healing by the amazing Tiffany R.S. Brimage. You must get this. Head over to Amazon today. Yes, you. Pick up your crown. And stay tuned for the next episode of What's in Our Hope Library.
Lift you up. Why everybody looking like that?
We heard you singing, girl. Lift
Sing
you
on.
up,
Go ahead.
up.
We got Adrian Wooden in the building, Rosa Smith in the
Hey,
building.
Adrian. Just like that barbecue.
Just like that barbecue. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
You know what? I had some of that barbecue. It was pretty. It was all right. I ain't
It's
gonna
pretty
lie.
amazing.
Sir, it's better than all right.
Right.
But you
It's
guys-
pretty amazing.
The book that you saw, it's an amazing read. I encourage everybody to head over to Amazon and get it. And listen, if you out there and you working on a book or you published a book, you got a book, and you want it to be put into the Hope Library, make sure you let us know so we can go get it and put it in the library. Now, some of y'all books may not make it. Okay, I'm just having fun. I'm being funny. Go ahead and let us know. We love that. We're getting ready to go into our first segment today, which is DJ's favorite segment. So I'm going to pass the mic to DJ. You got the mic, Millie?
All right, y'all. Just a correction. Wooden's food is really good, y'all. I see y'all in the
Thank you.
comments. But anyway, so we're gonna start right now with my favorite section of the show here. One of my favorite sections of the show where you as a brand, we get to see you as your brand. We get to see who you are. We get to see what your brand is about. You present yourself to us and to our Hope fam. And hopefully one day you get that call that somebody was watching, looking, and paying attention. But until then, we'll save the rest for the end of the brand. Right now, we're going to bring in our new brand in a special way.
This week on the Brand Spotlight, the Hope Show welcomes the stylish queen herself, queening with life, Taquita Alexander.
Rejuvenate the soul. We're going to be focusing on all areas and all aspects of life and living life. So you can find me on all social media under Queenin in Love, Queen in Love, KWEENINLOVE.
Give it up for HPTV's queen herself, queening with life, Taquita Alexander.
Ooh, wee. Taquanda, hey, girl.
I was about to say Taquanda.
Hey, girl.
Ooh, hey, Taquanda.
You on mute, girl.
I think y'all missed my face when I heard it.
Did you see mine? Oh, my goodness. Most of you know who this is, and most of you know her as Taquita Alexander. you know, them people from New Orleans, sometimes they accents get in the way and they say stuff that ain't supposed to be said the way they say it. But that's what they do down in the 504. They do that there, Shad, and all of that. So, Taquita, girl, welcome home. I am so excited that you are here. I'm going to be passing the mic in a minute, but I just wanted to say welcome home. For those of you who have been with the Hope Show since day one, you know that this all began with Taquita and I and some iPhones.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about what has transpired. You know, you've evolved, you went on, and whoo. So, welcome home. It ain't no place like home. We love you. So, welcome home, Taquita. Welcome home. You look good over there.
Thank y'all. I'm so excited to be home. Of course, you know, this is my first home, and no, there is no place like home. So thank you very much. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. Millie, you got the mic.
Oh, yes. Okay. What's up, Taquita? We are very well acquainted, as some others will know. I came in a little bit down the line in the season. But so yes, you are here and now you are the brand. So I'm gonna treat you like the brand. So you better represent your brand the way you should. So you're here on the Hope Show, and so we haven't seen you in a while here on the Hope Show. So what's new with Taquita? What's new with you and your brand?
Well, my brand has been evolving. Of course, like the Hope Coach said, we started out with iPhones and Android. So now we're evolving now to our TV shows and podcasts. So that's what I've been working on, just building my brand. New clothing line has come out, as well as my podcast and my TV show.
Okay. So I go all day as usual. My favorite thing to say. So you said TV show. What's going on there? Give us a little insight on that.
Sure. We have launched. I started October 2nd. New show called Queen and Living Life, and it is a spinoff from my podcast called Mind, Body, and Soul, where we educate the mind, feed the body, and rejuvenate the soul. So you'll see a little bit of everything in regards to living life. We'll have anything dealing with life itself, nature. We've had some food reviews, business. You'll see some of that. So you'll see a little bit of everything in regards, like I said, living life and giving hope and happiness to life.
Okay, great. And so where and when, and then I'll give it to the rest of the panelists to just kind of conversate and fellowship with you.
Yeah, so where and when. It is every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find it on HPTV, Hope and Peace Broadcast Network, on Roku TV. And if you don't have Roku TV, you can watch it live at TTISHopeville.com. Only thing you'll have to do is just click on HPTV.
Awesome. HPTV coming through, I see.
Yes, we lit over there. Y'all better come join the family.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's all I have for you. Anyone else here? Help me out here, guys.
Well, Taquita, I just want to say how proud I am of you. I can recall our trip. That was like how many years ago? Maybe 6?
Yeah, maybe like 6 years ago, the trip. Yeah.
And you have really evolved, and I'm just so proud of you. I really am.
Thank you very much. Yes, I do remember that trip. I had the backseat with the ribs.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I do remember, and thank you very, very much.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome.
So tell us about the podcast, because you mentioned the TV show, but you didn't say much about the podcast. Yes, the podcast is Mind, Body, and Soul. So it is found on all podcast platforms. And we talk about everything, like I said, in regards to dealing with the mind, dealing with feeding the body, also rejuvenating the soul. So anything to help you to have a better life, live a better life, speaking the real, true spiel. And just, like I said, just keeping it real. And where can we hear the podcast? Sure, you can hear the podcast on all podcast platforms. Any podcast platform that you have, I'm on it. You can also find the live podcast on YouTube under Queenin Love, KWEENINLOVE. Sounds good, Coach.
Yes, Taquita. So when we first began, you used to always say, you want to be behind the stage, behind the stage. What could you share with somebody who may not quite know how to journey in what it is their brand is, their purpose is? How did you uncover your purpose?
I think a lot of us we go off of fear, and fear of the unknown, and fear of what not knowing what we our full potential and what we can be. Well, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to stay behind scenes, and then I wanted to also help other people to push their brand forward. So my advice is just to go for it. Don't be scared of what you can become. Of course, you will have mistakes. You will mess up sometimes. It's a trial and error, but don't be afraid of what you can become.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So okay, you're now I'm no longer afraid. Where do I begin? Can you share? Because I know there are a lot of people who have a lot of that has a voice. They have a journey. They have a story that people need to hear. So, do I wait till I'm not afraid, or do I just do it? And if so, where do I begin? Talk to the audience. If you can look the other way just a little bit and look directly in the camera, yes, and tell the audience what is it that they need, you recommend that they do to get to the place where you're at.
You just go for it. Just like the Bible says, you write it down. Write down your plan and write down your goals on what you want to do, and you go for it. You educate yourself, find the resources that you need. You complete your circle. If you don't have a circle, start your circle of the people that are better than you or are doing the same thing that you're potentially wanting to do. Once you do that, of course, the people in your circle are going to lift you up, help you to get to where you need to be. Again, you are going to make mistakes. You are going to have some times to where I say, oh, that may not be right. That didn't sound right. But there's always room for improvement. You just improve for the next time and the next time. Then you'll be able to look back at yourself and say, okay, this is where I came from versus this is where I am now. So give yourself room and potential to be able to grow.
I love it. I believe we have a clip of your upcoming episode that's going to air tomorrow on on Roku TV. So we want to show that clip. We're going to come back. I think we'll have about 60 seconds to wrap up this segment. I want you to know I'm so proud of you. We have to do a one-on-one, right? We got to do a one-on-one segment, a separate special where we talk about the journey and how you got to where you're at now. So we'll be back, guys, after these messages. Okay, so we won't be back after these messages. We're going to stay right where we're at. So go ahead and tell us about the show. We had some technical difficulties. The clip didn't convert.
Real quick. Right before you do that, we got a question from the audience. Let's knock that out really quickly. I do see from Jay Bass that says, how did you discover your purpose?
I knew that my purpose was always to help people. I just didn't know in what capacity. And I used to, like a crazy, well, to me, people thought I was crazy, but I used to lock myself in the room and I used to write business plans, write everything dealing with business. I just used to lock myself in the room and just go crazy. And I have a big business book. And my purpose was to help people. I didn't know where or when. I just had to be patient, wait, and hear when God told me to move. It's time for you to do what you need to do to help everybody. Even with your voice, a lot of people don't think that your voice, but your voice is helping people as well. So once you write down your plan, you just wait on God, wait to see what your next step is. And once you see that and you've educated yourself and got your resources together, you just go for it.
And even if you don't have all the resources, you still just go for it.
Just go for it.
Because God will add everything that you need. We
Absolutely.
do have a clip. We do have a clip, and we'll be back after this clip. or we may not have the clip. Y'all excuse our technical difficulties. If we go away, we have the clip. If we don't, behind stage just smiling and smiling and smiling. So, Taquita, what's coming up on your show tomorrow?
All right, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're not celebrating, but we're bringing awareness to breast cancer since October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we have a great testimony and story from lovely Miss Carolyn Dawkins Johnson. She is a 4-time cancer survivor, and she is going to share her journey with us and also educate us on breast cancer.
And what time and where can we catch that episode?
That is going to be on HPTV, which is on Hope and Peace Broadcast Network on Roku TV. If you don't have Roku, you can tune in live on TTISHopeville.com. Click on HPTV. Again, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, Taquita, any final words? What would you leave the audience with today? I'm so glad to see you on this side of the mic. Oh, my goodness. I'm so proud of you. So proud of your journey.
Thank you. And I miss you guys. Love you guys as well. And glad to be back with you guys on today. And my last words is like I always leave my show, always leave my podcast, is educate the mind, feed the body, and rejuvenate the soul.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you for being in Hopeville today. Welcome home. And we'll see you in these common streets. Love you, Taquita.
Thank you. Love y'all too. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So keep in mind, that could be you right there on the Hope Show, supporting your brand. We'll support your brand. You show your brand. You tell the people who you are and what your brand is about. So next time I want to see you right here on the Hope Show.
All right. I don't know if that was a delay or what. Muley, we can't see you, but that's okay. Your screen is black. You guys, now we're about to enter into a special presentation of the Hope Show. And I'm so excited what you're about to experience. It is going to be, I believe, life-changing. It was for me. And so we preempted our normal programming to bring you this special presentation of the Hope Show. We have a video clip that we're going to show you, and then I'll be back with some additional comments. So we'll be back after these video messages.
Coming up this Saturday in Hopeville, a special broadcast presentation of The Hope Show. Did you know that October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month? Join us this Saturday with special guest Shantae Armstrong as she discusses her support group, missing pieces, and more on pregnancy and infant loss awareness. Stay tuned and see you in Hopeville.
think I might be. Am I on the mic?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So this episode is titled October and More because most of us know October to be about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's a huge emphasis on it, and we wanted to do something a little different for this special presentation because this month is also about something more than just Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We wanted to welcome to Hopeville, to the Hope Show, first time guest, and hopefully not the last time, Shantae Armstrong. Shantae, come on in, say hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
And when I met with the Hope Squad and I told them how we wanted to um, bring some light to this topic, I want you to know that everybody was moved and was like, yes, we need to talk about this. We need to do that. And I just want to say shout out to Aisha, who did the voiceover and put together that amazing video clip. So thank you, Aisha, for that. You know, I understand and experience this type of grief from a different perspective because my daughter was killed, but she lived 20 years. You know, I had her for 20 years. But there's so much more. So can you please talk to us about pregnant pregnancy and infant loss awareness month that it is also in October and then specifically what today is?
Okay. So October, a lot of people know it just as Breast Cancer Month. Yes, that is worldwide. A lot of people have breast cancer. A lot of people have suffered. A lot of people have died. A lot of people have survived it. But also, Ronald Reagan nominated October as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness as he lost a child. And a lot of people did not know that. Until I lost my son, I didn't even know that it even existed. So October 15th is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day. So around the world, everyone, every mother, everyone that's connected to a mother that has lost a child, they light a candle in remembrance of every baby that has gone to heaven, that may have been an early miscarriage, a late miscarriage, SIDS, or whatever the case was. Today is Remembrance Day in honor of all infant babies, all angel babies, rather.
I love it. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey? Um, when it happened to you, what did you what how did you know what to do, or did you know what to do?
I didn't know what to do. I kind of masked how I felt. I suppressed how I felt. I felt like I was the only person in America that had ever lost a child because no one that I knew in my immediate family or friends had ever lost a child. But through my hurt and my pain, I realized that there were lots of people, including my own mom, who had a miscarriage before, but no one ever talks about it. So my job now is to bring awareness. I'm no longer sweeping it under a rug. I'm not the only person that has lost a child. There are a lot of people who has lost a baby, but you don't know because once you leave the hospital, once you leave the doctor, it's over. You don't
Yes,
hear about it anymore, but not anymore. Not as long as I'm around. I'm gonna bring awareness to it.
I love it. And that takes me into, and then I'm going to be quiet and open it up to the panel. So tell us about Missing Pieces, the
So
support
missing
group.
pieces, I literally had a dream about it. My missing piece didn't necessarily come from my infant loss. It came from just life happening to me altogether. Missing pieces is a support group just for everyone that has a missing piece in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be death. It can be a loss of a job. It can be loss of a loved one. It can be whatever your missing piece is in your heart, because I can't tell you how you're feeling in your heart. I can tell you how my journey is not your journey. So Missing Pieces is a support group where we all come together. Hashtag we're all in this together, walking through our healing together because God wants us happy and whole and healed and not going through life suffering as we are, suffering in silence.
Love it. Aisha Charmaine?
Well, she touching me in more ways than one right now due to, the loss that I've had of my kid's dad. But also when I was 19, I was pregnant. No, a lot of people don't know that because like you said, you don't talk about it after you go through it. But yes, I was pregnant, lost baby early on. Like as soon as I found out I was pregnant, probably 3 days later, I was in the hospital having a miscarriage. So um, definitely, I love what you're doing. I love what you're bringing awareness to because, like you said, especially in our community, we don't talk about a lot of this stuff, and a lot of this stuff needs to be talked about. So I love what you're doing, and tell us how can we find the group because I need to join it myself.
Okay, so Missing Pieces, we're on Facebook under Missing
Okay.
Pieces, no space in between. And also, we're getting ready for our first Missing Pieces conference, which will be January 14th. And I will make that virtual also so the audience all around the world can join. So,
Yes, I love it.
I love it. Renee, you got the mic?
Yes, I can truly understand when you stated that sometimes when it happens, you don't hear about it after it's done. I actually found out that my mother had a miscarriage about 10 years ago. Here I am, 49 years old, and we were at a new doctor's office. And on the questionnaire, where you fill out the paperwork, it says how many pregnancies, and she had 5 on there.
wow.
So I was like, Mama, you put 5. And she said, I know. I said, but it's only 4 of us. And that's how I found out that I would still be the baby and the only girl, but there was another boy, over me. I was like, Mama, you for real? And she was like, yeah. Then I had to come home and ask Daddy. And my daddy, he was a character. He was like, whatever she told me, so it's just, I can understand you say when you say they just not sweep it under the rug, but you never hear about it anymore, So it's good what you're doing, and I had no idea about this day until Tan said you were going to be on the show. I didn't know, so here I go googling and stuff, and I was like, Ronald Reagan, I had no idea, but it's very informative, and what you're doing is great.
Thank you. When both of y'all said that, I know that although your mom was able to have more kids, it never replaces the loss that they had.
Right.
It doesn't matter how many kids you have, that loss, it will always be there. She will always think about the due date because from the moment that a woman gets pregnant, from the time you hear that very first heartbeat, there's an instant connection that cannot go away.
Right, but I was just in a state of shock. I was in a state of shock. I really was.
I'm going to get to DJ. I'm going to kind of save him for last. But can you tell us, when did you know you needed to do something? And then how did you do what you discovered you need to do? Because oftentimes you will hear me say, there is always purpose in the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So when was it that you got that revelation, you uncovered the purpose? And how did you turn it into Missing Pieces?
Like I said, my missing piece necessarily didn't come from my baby. I had several family members who had passed away very close together. And this is very personal. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. My aunt, the day she passed away, I was very close to my aunt. She asked me to bring her some honey buns and some Funyuns. And this was like on my way to work. And 2 hours later, I was being picked up from work. She was already on a ventilator and basically already passing away. But I had already bought the Funyuns and the honey bun. So in my mind, I could not process that she was gone, and I kept it for years. I had it stuck in a box. Nobody knew I had it. And I kept the honey bun and the Funyuns in hopes that, maybe she's going to call and say, go on and bring it. And I'm like, this is not normal. Like, okay, I'm suffering in silence. And I'm thinking if I'm suffering in silence, someone else is suffering in silence. I know I'm not the only one going through this grief process because it does not. People think that when a person passes away, oh, you'll be okay next year, year after that, year after that. But you still have holidays, birthdays, all these memories that come up years later that's when it really hits you. It doesn't hit you when they pass away because it's fresh. Everybody's around. and you have no time to really think about it. But years later is when it hit me like I need to do something. I have a lot of things in my mind, in my heart that is broken. My heart is broken, and I'm walking around going to church every day, going to work like I'm okay, and I'm not. So then I said to myself, if I tried counseling, it didn't work for me. Several therapists, it did not work for me. So I'm thinking, create your own platform.
I love it. I love it. And I get it about grief because for years and years, I carry my daughter's life celebration program in my purse. And when it would get worn, I would take it out and put a new one in because that was, for me, that was my way of maintaining my sanity that this really happened. And so when I tell that story, people say, "Well, do you still do it today?" And I'm like, "No." And they like, "Oh, okay." But what they don't know is because I decided to stop carrying purses.
Mm, wow.
So I'm sharing that because oftentimes you got to do what you got to do in that moment
Mm-hmm.
until you get to the place. But like when you had that epiphany that this is not normal, you have to do something different because grief can kill you. But
Yes.
there is so much purpose in the pain. The second part of what I say is because there is purpose in the pain, it's connected to the promises of God. And
Yeah.
because it's connected to the promises, we will prevail.
Yes.
Yes.
Really, come take the mic because
Yes.
I can feel, come on in. You're on mute.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm unmuted. Uh, um, I don't have exact words for this particular conversation. Um, I don't quite know that pain. I mean, I know the pain of losing someone, but that's a different loss. I've witnessed it, but I don't have the exact words for it. But what I will say is this: prayer is powerful. Prayer is powerful, and
Yes.
it changes things. Um, but I also inquire or wonder, how does the male take this situation they're when they've lost that same child, even though not carrying that child or going through the motions of however long it takes, or it's a time period that you're holding this child. But I think that there's a male perspective somewhere there too.
I'm going to be honest with you. My son's father, we were not on good terms when I lost the baby.
Mm.
But the men that was in my life were my two best friends at the time, Graylin and Jay. And Jalen's name is actually after those two. I know that we had a memorial service, and Jay was walking to the water or something with some balloons, and he was just telling me how he thought it would feel, to have the baby there. So, as for his dad, I don't know, but I know the men in my life, my friends, they took it, as a loss too, because they had hopes of making him a musician and making him play drums and being in church and discipline and teaching the Bible. So it hits hard to everyone connected.
Love it.
Gotcha.
Before we wrap up and you go, we want to give you time to talk more about the Missing Piece Conference, the Missing Pieces Conference. We know that it's going to be in January, but can you just share a little bit more about what the conference may look like? We know that it might change. Who is the conference for? So I'm going to give you the mic if you can tell us that. DJ, that was a very good perspective and question. So thank you for somebody who didn't have nothing to say.
So the conference is for humans, real humans who wants to be true to themselves, that I have something inside of me that needs to be made whole and healed. Someone that's not going to come in there and take off their pastor's hat, the minister of music hat, their mom hat, their dad hat, and come in broken and leave with tools working towards their healing. No, I'm not expecting you to come in there and get fully healed from every situation that your heart may be experiencing a heartbreak from. But at least you'll leave there with the connections and the tools to work towards it. And we will hold you accountable. Even myself, I'm going in there broken. There are a lot of things still that I need to work on. And I'm praying, this is my prayer, that through this conference, through Missing Pieces, I will finally get the healing that I need. Social, emotional, physical, all of that through Missing Pieces Conference.
Love it, love it. And again, where can we connect with you?
On
Missing Pieces?
Facebook. Yes, on Facebook under Missing Pieces, or my personal page, Shantae Armstrong, CHANTAE ARMSTRONG.
Love it. And we know that Jay Bass is in the comments, and he's your good friend. And he put a comment. He says, I remember when we drove the balloons there, and I cried because it would have been him we were driving. So it's important to have a support system. And Jay Bass, we just want to thank you. Shantae, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, specifically at 7 p.m. tonight, something important happens. And what is that something that happens across the world at 7 p.m. with whatever your time zone is in? What happens?
It's called a wave of lights. So you light a candle and you let it burn for 1 whole hour. You can pray, you can talk, you can do whatever you want, but the candle is lit in remembrance of all babies born sleeping. So all around the world, different time zones. So right now, someone already has a light. That's why it's called a wave, because the lights are being lit at different times in remembrance of all babies born sleeping.
So listen, Hope fam, tonight we are encouraging you at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're in a different time zone, like the Eastern time zone, and it's now 7:28, we still would love for you to go ahead and light your candle now. You light your candle at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, our time zone, and you let it burn for an hour in memory of all babies born in heaven sleeping. Shantae Armstrong, thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
want to have
all
you
of
back.
you so much.
We want to have you back here. We know that the conference is coming. We want to be the voice behind you for the conference. Thank you for your heart. I love your shirt. I believe it says we wear in October pink and blue. So if you did not know that October was more than Breast Cancer Awareness Month, now you know. If you didn't know that October 15th is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day, now you know. If you did not know, at 7 p.m. in your time zone, there's a wave of lights, a way to, in memory of babies born sleeping, now you know. Share this message of hope with your family, with your circle, with your corner. Connect to Missing Pieces. Follow them on Facebook. Follow Shantae. October is more than just Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And to all those who have survived breast cancer and you're dealing with breast cancer, we do have a show dedicated to you coming up before the end of October. But today, we wanted to bring awareness for this. Shantae, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I didn't even know you were a part of my missing piece.
Oh.
Sometimes we don't know what we have until we find it. So thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, we'll be back after this message with our closing words. Thank you. Thank you, Shantae.
Coming up in October in the brand spotlight. On Saturday, October 8th, 2022, we welcome K Moore, Kim, Messenger of Rap, Houston's own, right here to Hopeville with the Hope Squad. Saturday, October 15th, 2022, it's Queen, also known as Taquita Alexander, one of the original Hope Squads, is in Hopeville with us. Saturday, October 22nd, 2022, we welcome Danielle Speaks, first-time guest to the Hope Show here in Hopeville. Saturday, October 29th, we close our brand spotlight with the one and only Jean Mason. Saturday, October 29th, 2022. The Hope Show is bringing you the very best of the best. See you in the brand spotlight.
Man, that was an awesome episode. Whew. Renee, I'm going to give you the mic and we're going to get up out of here, but we're going to start with you, Sunshine Lady.
I just want to let everybody know that in our everyday life, whatever we go through, there's always hope. Just keep that in mind, that there's always hope. Never give up. Never give up.
She?
Woo, today, I don't know. I'm speechless. Like, it's a very beautiful show today. Thank everybody for tuning in. Shantae and Taquita for being here. The Hope family for just, whew, today was the day. So just shout out to everybody. Be hope, keep hope in all that you do. Show up with strength whenever you need it and just be empowered. I feel so empowered today. Like, this show was amazing. I am really speechless. I'm breathless. So I'm just grateful to be here.
Millie?
Muted. You're muted.
What's going on here? Today was definitely a good show today. I love when we have special guests and brand spotlights here. It just brings so much more hope to what we've already given people already. So, guys, just again, I love to say stay prayed up because that's me. That's me. And y'all just have a great day. Have a great week. Love you guys. Again, y'all want me to sing my Bonnie song again? I can do that for y'all. But thank you guys for tuning in. And my shout out goes to you guys out there listening, everybody that can hear my voice at this time.
Love it. Love it. So as we bring this episode to a close, everyone has already said, what we want you to know, how we feel. I am so grateful for those of you who tune in faithfully, week in and week out. Thank you for being the best part of hope. Sometimes we have to be the hope that we need. And the Hope Show is all about providing you the tools, the resources, the information, the insight to be in that hope that you need to be. I'm going to close with this today. Just a reminder that there is an undefeated champion. And even when you cannot see him, he is working on your behalf. So remember, you have an undefeatable champion. Life has a way of giving you curves, balls, all type of stuff. Remember, there is purpose in the pain. And if God be for you, who or what can be against you? Shout out to everybody that showed up today. I saw we had Beaumont, BMT, Big Money, Texas was in the house. I see Sprinkler Glam, the Glam Boss is in the house. K-More has been in the house. J Bass, you part of the whole fam now. I'm excited about what's happening over at HPTV. So without further ado, Aisha, come on, girl, help me. We want you to know and to remember all your days are good,
but some are just better.
Y'all have an amazing hope-filled week. See you next week in these hope streets. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Z, amazing producer behind the scenes. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Miss Nita.
Hi, my name is Riley, and I'm 7, and I'm almost 7, and my birthday is gonna be in 2 days, and I love to make hope.
Why do you like to make hope?
Because making mistakes is okay.
Absolutely. And what else helps you have hope?
Because when I do something wrong, to tell the teacher to make sure to do another one.
So you can correct and fix your mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. And what helps you to have hope?
By making friends.
Okay. And how do you want to help little girls in the world have hope? And what's that?
My coloring book.
You and Mommy created your coloring book?
Mm-hmm.
You want to open the first page so they can see?
Mm-hmm.
Cute. So this is your coloring book that you created. Flip to the next page. Cute. Show us the cover again. The front. Cute.
Give you hope, give you hope, give you hope. We're here to give you hope.